Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another day of World of Warcraft Classic. As always, there's lots of work to do in Classic. What shall we do today? My guess is we should go to Arathi Basin and see if it's up, because I hear that we're going to be doing some AB today. Although I don't know when it's going live. AB, one of my favorite all-time battlegrounds. Maybe my favorite. I'm not really used to running a rogue in there, though. Used to being a warrior, hunter, and other various castery types. So that'll be fun. And I think we'll only be actually able to queue up, what, in Arathi Basin? Because this is vanilla? I don't know. There's no, like, little thing to click on.
Greetings. Go with all.
On the plus side, Arathi Basin has monsters and stuff around my level range to kill anyway. On the negative side, my bag is almost completely full of leather at this point. Which is sort of a good thing, since we can actually start making useful goods here pretty soon. Got a full satchel of heavy leathers there. We got the heavy hides are the real big thing now. Those are the only things you gotta have. Which we have pretty good stacks of as well. I shouldn't do this, but I'm just going to toss these light hides because we need space. If this was live servers, I never would have destroyed those extremely precious hides. That's one thing you can do while you're flying, is you can go through your bags and clean them out a little bit. It's like a mini game. $14 gold. Only, geez, what is that? 86 gold to go to get my mount? I don't know if we're gonna get that by the time I hit 40, but we're gonna try. The mount would definitely be a huge boon. I guess it's kind of mandatory for Arathi Basin too, right? It's like big time in it in there. So we'll probably go check out, see if AB's available, kill some raptors. We are 34 now, so we could probably do the Scarlet Monastery Library wing, which should be nice. I'm trying to think if there's any rogue drops in there. But we're definitely also big on the leather game right now. Getting, hopefully be able to make actually useful stuff pretty soon. Crazy, I know. This is a long fight. Oh, I got blind now. This is good. Gonna have to go farm some Fade Leaf. Alright. We made it. Now, to the Highlands. The thing about Arathi, though, is my gear is really... I mean, these pants. 2 agility and 3 spirit. Not really inspiring confidence. But hopefully we can get some PvP gear, actually, which is really powerful. We'll see how that goes. I don't even know if the battlegrounds are open yet, but I think it opens today. But even if it's not, there's plenty of stuff to kill in Arathi. But man, it's a long walk, isn't it? Maybe I could start looking for an SM group too. No more graveyard though, I'm past that. But first, I want to see if the BG's open. Those roving patrols are just not cool. Oh man, I don't have much flash powder either. Forgot to stock up. It's gonna be a problem, but maybe we can find a shady dealer somewhere. Now, if I remember correctly, the queue area is somewhere over here. And look at it, we're gonna have to be pretty careful going through the zone. Why is everything Horde territory? Man, I can't wait to go back to playing Horde. Oh, come on. What was the radius on that aggro? That was insane. I know he was redcon, but still.
To get closer.
Blind is really good, but getting Fade Leaf as a rogue forever, basically, pretty much sucks. In fact, all the rogue accoutrements that you have to farm and keep on your person at all times becomes quite a pain. But hey, at least from the hunters, you don't have to carry the extra bag for bullets. But yeah, bag space is rough right now. Probably go tailoring and enchanting on release, even though I'm probably playing a rogue and I can't use any of the tailoring stuff, just to make bags. And I can just disenchant the tailoring stuff. It's a classy combo.
I'm out of range. It's too far away.
Oh, Buzzard Wing. I'm not doing cooking in the beta, but I'll definitely do it on launch. Get some delicious wings and drummies off these dudes. Refuge point, that's gotta be it. Oh man, I got quests here?
Hello.
Hell yeah.
Hello. Well met. Hey there. Be careful.
Light be with you, King's honor, friend. Light bless you.
Open for business. See you later.
I supply only the finest goods. See you later.
Those leggings are actually would be an upgrade probably, so we might actually want to make these. Need a moss agate.
Good day to you.
Can I help you? Be careful.
Need help? What can I do for you?
Guess Basin is alive.
Greetings. Hey there. You need something? Looking for something specific? Have a good one.
What's on your mind? Off with you.
Average wait time is 28 minutes. I guess nobody wants to do basin until they hit level cap, huh?
I'm out of range. I don't have a target. It's too far away. I need a target.
That's a long queue. Now, where is Northfold Manor? I think it's up here. Could be wrong though.
I need to get closer.
That's okay, if there's stuff to kill on the way, that's all that really matters.
I don't have a target.
Highwaymen and mercenaries.
It's too far away. I need a target.
Hey, wow, I can't believe I remember where this was.
I need to get closer. I don't have a target.
I hate to kill a bunch of my fellow rogues, but I guess the situation calls for it. Yeah, that reminds me, I should go back to the Rogue Manor, or whatever, Ravenholt. I haven't been there since I was like 28, so I probably have a level 30 quest there.
I'm out of range.
There's some good rogue stuff. Have to add that to the agenda this evening.
It's too far away.
There's an undead warrior over there, but I don't know if I should cause a fight with him right now.
I need to get closer.
Bean25 says, "Evening, Dan. Well, good evening to you. Hope you're having a great night." Jack says, "Red is dead." Yes, I don't disagree with that, Jack. I don't disagree with that at all. I think you might disagree with it, though.
I'm out of range.
You know, Jack, you're playing Classic with us, you know. Adobe said you were.
It's too far away.
And at this point, we both looked at each other. We both didn't attack. I think I have an uneasy truce with this dude for now. Dude, Jack, we know you're gonna play PoE for like 3 days and then stop, okay? Let's get over it. Bean says, "What did everyone think about the Stadia announcement this afternoon?" Yeah, crazy, huh? So as far as the announcement itself, you know, I was pretty like I still had a lot of questions. And now after the conference, some of those questions have been answered. And unfortunately, since I have data caps, I guess I'm screwed. Since I guess the Stadia Pro membership will use a terabyte of data in 65 hours of play, and I play 65 hours a month probably, so it's going to be pretty rough. As far as the non-Stadia things during the Stadia presentation, Baldur's Gate 3 is obviously a freaking epic game. I can't believe it's being made. I can't believe Larian's got there doing it. I mean, that's like a match made in heaven. I'm not really quite sure still what games you get with the subscription. That is a big question mark to me too. Is it like a Netflix library? They didn't really explicitly say. Yes, the 1 tier pricing, the that's the Founders Edition, right? That comes with the controller and the game and the subscription. I like again, I'm not quite sure what the subscription gets you in terms of games yet. Do you have access to the entire library? Do you have access to some games? You have to buy some games still? I don't know that they were explicit with that. I don't know if they had to be at this time. They can easily follow up.
It's too far away.
But for me, I kind of want to know that. Yeah, alright, you get Destiny 2 complete. That's great. I don't really care if I get Destiny 2 complete.
I'm out of range.
I'm pretty much done with Destiny until Destiny 3 or whatever. The new, like, teased expansion does look cool, but I'm just not going to go back to Destiny 2 at this point. Well, yeah, Jax, to me, that's something I want to know. I want to know what I get access to with the subscription in terms of software. That's a question that I have. And I'm sure over the course of E3, we'll probably get an answer to that question. But I don't know the answer to it right now. Hey Jack, how do you feel about cows? We got some cows here. Are they on your pro animal list or your crappy animal list?
I need to get closer. I need a target.
Cows are on your tasty list. Yeah, I'm not gonna hurt the cows. Kittens, don't worry, I'm not hurting the cows.
I'm out of range.
The bandits are in danger, not the cows. No cows will be harmed, kittens. This farm definitely looks like it's seen better days, though. These poor cows, I don't think they're getting good. I don't think they're getting good treatment here.
It's too far away. I need to get closer. It's too far away.
So who's getting a Stadia then? Anybody? The data caps are going to keep me away from it right now, no matter how good it is. Because I got Comcast, and Comcast has me kind of screwed in that regard. Yes, I'm aware that 4K is pro only, which is the subscription service.
time to get these.
I did watch the presentation, Jack. Oh, well, this alliance doesn't seem to uphold the truce. That's cool. Real slick, man. That's what I get for leaving that other guy alive. Yeah, well, it really sounds like the you know, theoretically the subscription is optional, but it really sounds like it's something you're gonna, if you're gonna use the service, it's something you're probably gonna want to have. But I suppose there's also like a case to be made for like a corner case scenario where you don't have something that can run the game you want to play, so you just buy it on there and play it on there. But if it was really good, I don't know why you wouldn't just do that for everything. I'm sure that's what they're banking on, right? I honestly just don't know how it's going to play out right now. Google's obviously a big part of pretty much everybody's life in multiple capacities. But not every one of their products has seen success. They pull support. This is something that would absolutely, like, what do they do if like this goes the way of Google Wave or Google Plus, Google Hangouts? That's right, Jack. The free service isn't until next year. This dude's looking for me, throwing flares down the crap. I'm a jerk. I don't think I can take him. I'm only 36, and frankly, hunters have a big advantage at this stage of the game. Maybe I can while he's distracted. But he's got the other guy that's going to come in and help him. Dude's throwing flares everywhere. I like it how the guy who wouldn't attack me is now actively hunting me with this dude. My, how times change. Yeah, Beat, I totally get that take. That's, I was thinking about that too. Definitely seems like a use case scenario. these dudes go? I just need to kill 4 more highwaymen. These guys are gonna make it a problem. If it was just that one hunter, I would kill him right now, because he already killed me, but the stupid warrior's still here.
I'm out of range.
Damn it, he got...
It's too far away. I'm out of range.
Oh, I hate hunters. Alright, just need 3 more of those highwaymen. We probably shouldn't stick around there. There's 3 of them here. An orc warrior, an orc warrior, an undead warrior, and that hunter.
I don't have a target. get closer.
If we pull on the outskirts and use the foliage to our advantage, perhaps we can avoid another unfortunate encounter. We only need one more. Trouble at the old farm tonight. Bede says, in addition to Baldur's Gate 3, I see they are remastering the first two games along with Icewind Dale and Neverwinter Nights. I thought that was already announced. GameGo says, killed the One Reborn. Cool, One Reborn, yeah. Very interesting boss. Not one of Bloodborne's best bosses, for sure. But a boss, nonetheless. GameGo, you're almost to DLC content, so make sure you do that before you beat the game. Bloodborne DLC is possibly the best DLC of all From Software DLC. Which is really saying something. Been in queue for 28 minutes, too. Jeez.
I'm out of range.
Yeah, no worries, Bede. No worries, Bede. Old school RPGs for the win, right? So how many more bosses you reckon you got? GameGo, let's see. One Reborn. One Reborn is pretty close to the end. Depends if you did. I think one of those bosses is optional. Then you obviously you've got all the DLC bosses. And then the end boss, and then if you unlock the secret boss, then you get to do that boss. You have a few more mandatory bosses. Although theoretically, if you play the game wrong, you might not even have a final boss, so be careful.
It's too far away. I don't have a target.
You're at the point, though, where you can pretty much go into the DLC. So I would do that if I were you. Got 2/3 of the cord? Cool. You will want to make sure you got the full cord. But obviously you'll want to do all the DLC before you complete the game anyway, so you have a long way to go. Can't afford the DLC? Oh, come on. You gotta get the DLC. How much is the DLC? Honestly, like, the DLC is stellar. You gotta get it. Just, like, eat ramen for a couple days.
I can't carry anymore. need to get closer. I'm out of range. I need to get closer.
Definitely worth a look. Game, go get that. I mean, Bloodborne. Voronok, thank you so much for the follow. Anyway, Bloodborne is the best game of all time. How can you not play the DLC in the best game of all time? Come on. The answer is, you have to. Why is it so good? The DLC or Bloodborne?
Can I help you? Hello. See you around.
The DLC? Well, if you get why Bloodborne's good, the DLC is like
Hello.
even better. Has some of the best boss fights in the whole game. It has the most challenging content in the whole game. I don't know if you've played From's other games, but in general, the DLC's content is always the best content in their games.
Have a good one.
What can I do for you?
GameGo says, I tried Dark Souls 1 and 3, couldn't get into them. Oof. It's too bad. Those are both great games, but they're not the best game of all time, like Bloodborne is. One of these days we'll get a Bloodborne 2. One of these days. We are gonna make the best leather equipment if it kills us. And maybe, just maybe, we'll find a moss agate on our travels so we can make those leggings. Bartholomew with the sub. Thank you so much, Bartholomew. 23 months on a 23-month streak. My goodness. Thank you so much, sir. Bartholomew says, with his awesome sub, are you going to get shield, doggy, or legally distinct? I'm definitely getting it. You know, it might be the smart play to get shield, even because no one's going to get shield. Who the hell would get shield, right? Like, but if there's like, you know, if the trend of you can only get some of the Pokemon in certain games, you'll want to be the only guy in the block with shield so you can trade all those Pokemon, right? But, that being said, it's still probably not enough. I'm probably still going to get sword. You could get the 2-pack, yeah. Do you think I'm going to get the 2-pack? I'm not getting the 2-pack. One's enough for me. I still have to get a Switch. Why would anyone get the 2-pack? Well, I'm sure there's probably reasons that we might not know about yet that would make the 2-pack enticing. But outside of that, maybe it's like, you know, you got a friend, you want to go in, you go in with a friend, get the 2-pack, each of you gets a copy.
It's too far away.
Yeah, you're right, Barfona. Hopefully this one has less story, because it seemed like they were playing up that open area. In the direct, anyway. But we'll see. We need a lot more information about that game. No, I think that just filled my whole inventory from killing that one spider. That's not ideal.
I need to get closer.
Next throw, of course. Yeah, you know, you could be right, Game Go, but we'll have to see, right? We have no idea. Maybe we'll see more at the Nintendo Direct, but it would seem weird to have
Too far away.
more Pokemon at the Nintendo Direct after having their own Direct. But hey, anything can happen over at Nintendo, you know?
I'm out of range.
It's pretty rude with a Bark Axe thrower. Pretty rude. Stam reduced by 16. It's a nasty debuff.
I'm out of range.
Dang, we were hoping that that chest would have a moss agate in it, because it can drop in there. I mean, you never know. Anything can happen at E3, Game Go. Anything. Okay, how's this bird getting in here?
I don't have a target.
We got a witch doctor putting down healing words for the buzzard. Oh my god, a 30-minute debuff? Are you shitting me?
I need a target.
Blueberries indeed, Bartholomew. Blueberries indeed.
It's too far away.
If only, Game Go, if only.
I need to get closer.
Now, this is a bigger witherbark. I guess we're going in the wrong direction.
I don't have a target.
Need to find a shadow hunter. Also, we've been queued up for Arathi Basin for like 30 minutes now. 42 minutes. I guess people only want to get in there at 40, and they have no interest in doing it in their 30s. It's too bad. Ornox says, how Rogue's feeling in Classic so far to you? Well, I played a Rogue during the original Classic, and I loved it, so I am planning to do that again on release, although I am going to play Horde. It feels great. I think Rogues are better than in Classic than they were in, like, Burning Crusade and Wrath, since there's not so many bosses that, like, have automatic cleaving garbage. They're fun in both PvE and PvP, and viable, so...
It's too far away.
Some of the pain points on them in Classic are definitely carrying materials around, leveling up lockpicking, and of course just the general pain in the ass that is melee in comparison to ranged combat for all of World of Warcraft during its entire history. But other than that, pretty sweet. DeGriff, thanks so much for the sub. I really appreciate it. 6 months, thank you so much.
I need a target. Inventory is full.
Of course my inventory's full. And that is what gets me back to my point. My inventory's full because it's got, well, mainly because of the leather, but all of these freaking poisons and blinding powders, thistle teas, and like all this other junk. You basically need a whole bag dedicated to your rogue stuff at all times. It is annoying that many of the abilities require reagents, but we still don't get the worst of it in Classic compared to, say, hunters who have to have a dedicated ammo bag. So you can't complain too much. Warnock says, my main in BFA is Rogue, but in Vanilla I played Hunter. So I'm really wondering what I should pick for Classic. Well, Classic Rogue is actually... Rogue is one of the classes that still feels a lot the same over the years. There hasn't been, like, changes like they did with Hunters. Hunters in Classic, I would advise you not to play, to be honest. The Dead Zone is a huge pain in the ass. Quivers and ammo, not a main pain point. Annoying, but not too annoying. But just the fact that you have to deal with the Dead Zone and you're basically just going to be a trank shot bot in high-end play. Can't recommend Hunter in Classic. And I'm a big Hunter fan. I played a Hunter for like 8 years. But Hunters did get lots of love over the years. However, some Hunter abilities are like completely really cool that you wouldn't think that are cool. Like the shot that drains mana is actually really strong in PvP.
It's too far away.
I guess one of the things I'd ask for, Knock, is what you're hoping to do in Classic. One of the cool things about Classic Hunter, though, is that your pets are still very unique and diverse in comparison to the just broad buckets that they were later placed into. So it feels good to have those special pets with cool abilities, though there are not nearly as many of them, obviously. Bornak says, yeah, exactly. I was really collective of hunter pets back in the days. Yeah. Back when hunter pets were unique. I think I started playing a hunter in Burning Crusade. Played it from Burning Crusade until Pandaria. I was a hunter main, although I did briefly switch to Death Knight during Flavor of the Month time in Wrath. But getting those cool hunter pets in BC, the super rare ones, was super fun. Yeah, game go. Get yourself to everything E3 related you can. You'll have a lot of fun.
I'm out of range. I need to get closer. I don't have a target. I'm out of range.
So the big question is, where are the Witherbark Shadow Hunters? Probably stealthed, right? Oh no, I think they're like hunter-ish thingies. Hope one of these guys drops a moss agate. I mean, we could certainly go get one at the auction house, but that takes forever. Oh, Vornox says, what classes are most interesting to play in Classic, in your opinion? I guess it comes down to not much interesting, except that we've sort of solved which classes are best at things in Classic. So it really depends on what you want to do, not what's most fun to play, because you're just going to have fun doing the things you like to do, right? I guess that's what it breaks down to for me. I think Warlock is a great choice. Strong, very useful. You basically want to play something that has good stuff to bring to a team. In most cases.
I need to get closer.
So with the Warlock you get Health Stones, Soul Stones, Summoning, good range DPS, pets to help you solo elites. If I wasn't going Rogue, I'd probably go Warlock. If you want to tank, Warrior. And the cool thing about warriors in classic and vanilla are that they also are great for smashing face too.
Get closer.
Although your leveling experience might be a little tougher, unless you're doing dungeon runs, which you'll have no problem doing, since you'll be greatly desired in any group. Did the classes feel very distinct in vanilla? They felt more distinct in that you could only do certain things with certain classes. There was a big push for homogenization of roles in around the Cataclysm time, where it was just like, well, if you're a tank, you should be as good as any other tank. If you're a DPS, you should bring the same thing as any other DPS, so that people would stop like discriminating against people in groups. But I think they dialed that wheel a little too far, and nobody really felt like it had any distinct flavor at that point for a while.
It's too far away.
But pretty much every class in vanilla has unique abilities and skills.
I'm out of range.
As far as back to most interesting though, Vornok, like since paladins and shamans will be faction specific in classic, those are always an option. Classic shaman, I mean, you will be a heal bot, but it's always fun to get those big Wind Fury procs back in classic 2 with the enhancement. When you can goof off.
It's too far away.
Uh-oh. What kind of situation here?
I need to get closer.
Game Ghost says, I know that an MOP I fit very valuable being able to teleport whenever I wanted to. Yeah, mages can do that pretty much wherever. And that's super useful in vanilla too, obviously. Portals are always great. You know, for vanilla, since you are going to be playing your class for so many hours, it's good to find one that's going to be good at doing things that you like to do.
I need a target.
For instance, I would not play a druid in classic. I just wouldn't do it. Vornox says, I have a strong feeling when I start playing Classic, I'll give up my BFA account. I mean, there's no reason to. It's the Classic is played on the same account. And comes with the sub, so like, pretty smart plan there they did there, you know? Your regular WoW sub basically gives you Classic.
Too far away.
But if you mean you'll stop playing BFA, yeah, I'm sure that is true for a lot of people who are interested in Classic, for sure. Now, will those people go back to retail after retail gets more stuff? Probably, and I'm pretty sure they're counting on that for people to bounce back and forth between classic and retail.
We don't have a target.
Same sub, so who cares, right? Besides, you gotta go play retail to farm the gold to pay for your classic, right? That's what you can do. Alright, we gotta find this Shadow Hunter. Been in this camp for a while, I haven't seen a single Shadow Hunter spawn. I guess there are headhunters, which are higher tier, but well, let's look around this camp a little bit. Yeah, Vornok, it is pretty cool. I'm glad they didn't separate it. Alright, we got all the medicine pouches. The tests will come easy. We just need to find a Shadow Hunter.
I'm out of range. I need to get closer.
However, Shadow Hunters do not appear to be presenting themselves. More witch doctors and headhunters. Where are the Shadow Hunters? You hiding back here? Nah, you should be fine, Game Go. It's LA. Yeah, you'll have to pay for it, obviously. There you
I need a target. I'm out of range. It's too far away.
go. Oh my gosh. These trolls and their debuffs.
I need to get closer.
Alright, there's clearly a section of this camp that has shadow hunters that I'm just not seeing. Also, I've been queued up in AB for like an hour now.
It's too far
Sea
away.
Devil, thank you so much for the follow. I guess people just don't want to do Arathi base until they hit 40. That is what it appears to be. It's kind of sad though.
I'm out of range.
Really wanted to do some Arathi bases tonight.
I need a target. It's too far away. I'm out of range.
Alright, we've gone across the whole village here. Where the hell are the shadow hunters? Seriously. I bet they're like stealth hanging out somewhere.
I need to get closer.
Well, I bet they're not in the water. For some reason, I recall there was like a cave system with these trolls, but I don't see it.
It's too far away. range.
You know what? If we don't find him, that's cool. We'll just keep killing trolls.
I don't have a target.
Oh, this might be it. This looks promising. What doesn't look promising is that there are dead trolls out here. That means there could be horde in there. We got some bodies. Okay. A dead gnomish rogue, it looks like. We don't really know what happened here, though.
Closer.
What happened to Lazy, the gnome rogue? Was it the trolls? Was it something more sinister? Who knows?
It's too far away.
On the plus side, it looks like we found the Shadow Hunters. We only need one knife, so this should be easy, right?
I need a target.
I'm almost out of food. Oh, well, this is probably how Lazy died. This place is packed. Very dangerous. Lots of runners. That was my Shadow Hunter. But anyway, we're going to stick some crippling poison on the weapon here because we don't want to get netted and then ran away from. Because that would be almost certainly fatal with all these enemies around. Oh, nasty debuffs.
Get closer. I'm out of range.
Of course, I bet the drop rate on these Shadow Hunter daggers is super low, so we might, this might get pretty sketchy in here. That was the last of our cheese. We're out of regen items. This sucks. It's very, very, very not cool in here. I don't usually level in this zone, so this is all pretty spooky. This seems like an extremely dangerous cave. It's just like tons of pulls. And they net you and they run. Hey FB, what's up? How you doing tonight?
Get closer.
Good to see you as always. We've made our way deep into a dangerous troll cave and we're out of regen materials. We just need one shadow dagger.
I'm out of range. It's too
Oh, you
far
saw the Stadia
away.
release. Cool. What'd you think? Oh, we got the knife. Nice. Now comes the real challenge, getting out of here alive. Luckily, the vanilla respawn rates work in our favor here. Thank whoever healed me.
I don't have a target. Fantastic! I'm out of range. I need a target.
They invited me to group, but I'm on my way out. Of the camp, anyway.
I need to get closer.
Yeah, that's true. You know, FB, but even if you didn't, like, if the Stadia didn't grab you, at least there was Baldur's Gate 3, right?
I don't have a target.
That's a pretty big deal. You think we're gonna get an Arathi Basin queue to pump? We've been in queue for an hour and 17 minutes. FB, yeah, the unpacking game. That seemed cool. It seemed like kind of like Overcooked, right? Definitely like a couch co-op game. I was also intrigued by that other one by Tequila Works. Guilt, I think it was called.
I need a target. Inventory
Y.
is full. I can't carry anymore. It's too far away. I need to get closer.
Yeah, FB, it definitely did. It definitely did. I don't think any of those were Stadia exclusive, though, so... You know.
I'm out of range.
I don't know, FB. Like I mentioned earlier before you got here, I have Comcast, so my data cap is pretty limiting in terms of the Stadia's usage, based on reports that I read today that say that if you're using the 4K, you'll use a terabyte of data and 65 hours of gameplay.
What can I do for you?
And I play a lot of games, so that will destroy, like, my data cap is just not going to allow me to do that.
Be careful.
Good day to you. You need something? Safe travel.
I do not have any alternatives for ISP, Bartholomew.
Great to meet you. Safe travels.
Well met.
You need something?
Can I help you?
Someone in your group is already queued for that. Yeah, me.
What can I do for you? You need something? See you around.
Hey there.
Ooh, that one's red. We don't want that. Alright.
Need help?
Let's go back to Ravenholt and see if I got a rogue quest since we're in the area. But, FB, to answer your question a little bit more directly, sure, I could definitely see myself using it. Like, what I would use it for? It's a good question. I could certainly see, like, when traveling, that would be my optimal use scenario, right? But hotel Wi-Fi always sucks. So, I don't know. I just don't know.
Here there. Hey, good.
What can I do for you? Hey there.
See you around.
As always, though, you know, hey, I'm all about trying out new tech. So let's give it a whirl, see what happens. Alright, where was it again? It's up here in the hills somewhere. FB says just get yourself a PSP. Yeah, right. Or a Switch. I mean, honestly, I don't really need portable gaming action, to be honest with you. I do have my 3DS, which I love, but it's only because certain games are on there. Like, if I could play a Train Odyssey on a non-portable system, I definitely would. And I do hope we hear something about a possible title in that series for the Switch at E3 this year. I really hope so. But obviously, I might have to get a Switch for Pokemon and Shin Megami Tensei, which we haven't heard about in, like, what, 2 years now? So I hope we get to see that one at E3 too. Uh-oh, somebody found me. Looks like they want a piece, huh? I'm too busy to deal with them, though. Drilly Vulture says, why are you a sheep? Because the mage turned me into a sheep, Drilly. That's a mage signature spell called Polymorph. Is this all of your times? Just first time seeing the Polymorph spell? That's fantastic. So one of the things the mage can do as a crowd control spell, very useful in both PvP and dungeons, is take somebody out of the battle by turning them into a sheep. Through the use of Polymorph. Oh, these spiders, get off me. Now, where was the secret road up to Ravenhold? I forget. I think we went too far. Polymorph is super good in a lot of situations. Mages are really good. Like if you want to play a class in Classic and you want to do DPS, Mage, can't go wrong with that choice. Hello Naka, how are you? Good evening. Damn it, where the heck is the road to this freaking place? Yeah, it's a great spell. Like, you can keep a guy completely out of the fight. You can't, like, beat them up while they're a sheep because they unsheep. And if you do a bunch of damage to them and then sheep them, they get all their life back. So you gotta be smart about using it, but it's an extremely powerful tool, especially, like, if you get jumped by, like, 2 people. Just sheep one of them and take him out of the fight and kill the other one. It's an essential skill in both PvE and PvP.
What can I do for you?
Hope this guy isn't on a quest for me. Otherwise, this was quite a wasted trip.
Well met.
I mean, I guess not. Everybody got to see the sheep spell. Oh no, no new quest. When does this guy give me another task? Maka says, have you tried AB today? I have been trying to try AB since the stream started. We were in queue for over an hour and it didn't pop. So I re-queued to try to fix it. The only thing I can think of is that a Horde are just not queuing for it. Everyone's like trying to level up as fast as they can. For what reason? I cannot possibly fathom since this is all getting deleted, but I suppose there's still that desire to level up fast. I guess they all want to hit 40 before they go into AB. It doesn't make sense to me. But we're in queue right now, as a matter of fact. Oh, hey, we're near Alterac Mountain. Let's go there. Drilly Vulture says you need a t-shirt that says "Sheep Me Daddy." I don't think I need that t-shirt. I mean, Naka, I would understand if it was like, you know, launch week and everybody was running on 2 hours of sleep, doing 22-hour days with Red Bulls and Egg McMuffins and oatmeal. But, it seems crazy to me to try to push to get cap before going into battlegrounds when, I don't know, it doesn't, I can't figure it out. But that's the only explanation for it not popping, because it is up. It's up and we're queued. Based on the spam I see in chat, everyone's just running Scarlet Monastery, different wings. Graveyard to Cathedral. Oh, what should I plan to release? Rogue or Warlock? Tough question. And I've only got 2 months to figure it out. We don't want to go anywhere near that. Do I have quests here? Does Alliance have a base here? I don't know. I never do Alterac Mountains. The only thing I remember about this entire zone is that there's some Yetis that you kill during Christmas time. And then there's like a bandit town. No, I guess I have to have a quest here? Cool. Alright, what the hell? This is an elite quest. How is this an elite quest? That was a regular enemy. Guess the boss is gonna be elite. It sucks then, it's just a wasted inventory spot. I know there's like a couple of quests for this area, but I have no idea where the quest giver is.
I need to get closer.
Oh yeah, I know there's a quest to kill some stuff up here, because I remember doing them. But I don't know where to get them. Level 37, huh? That's pretty big.
I'm out of range.
Oh boy.
It's too far away.
My blind missed. How did my blind miss? Oh, you know what? I just realized I forgot to buy food. We don't have any food. That's real bad. Oh, and this looks like we're going to some kind of hideout, which will not provide us with food. You know, pickpocketing is a route, is a way to do it, Naka.
I'm out of range.
I have pickpocketed plenty of soft banana bread in my day.
I don't have a target.
So we're gonna have to make our way around the lake.
I need to get closer. I need a target.
What's my favorite type of bread? Probably sourdough. Big sourdough fan. That's my favorite type of sandwich? Oh, man. Good question. Monte Cristo, maybe? Without the powdered sugar? Barf, I didn't gloss over your question. Your question just didn't make any sense. OMG, guys, it's Dalaran. Oh yeah, Dagwoods are good. Dagwoods are pretty solid. Well, that was a pretty pointless jaunt around the lake, wasn't it? Drilly says Monte Cristos are the best. Yes, they are. They're very good.
It's too far away.
And yeah, it's Dalaran. Remember Dalaran, you guys? It's here.
I don't have a target.
It was in Classic. It does, doesn't it? It got a lot bigger once it went into the sky.
I'm out of range. It's too far away. I don't have a target. I need to get closer.
It's like they put a mountain lion on every corner. Well, eventually, Naka, we are going to go to the secret troll village. That's going to be a field trip. Hey, what's up, Ketchy? How you doing? You know, I was really hoping to get into Arathi Basin tonight. But it doesn't appear that anyone's queuing for it at all. I should have just done Scarlet Monastery.
What can I do for you?
Can I help you?
I couldn't sell the Cobalt Crusher because they upped the level cap, man.
How are you? Looking for something specific? See you later.
Am I near Gelneus? Not really. Sort of.
You need something?
And I mean, you can't. Can we? I don't think we can get in there in vanilla.
See you later.
How are you? See you around. What can I do for you?
Greetings.
Light be with you. Well met. Go with honor, friend.
What can I do for you?
King's honor, friend. Farewell.
And you get about 100 more heavy leather, and then I go on a leather working trip to Darnassus.
What can I do for you?
Those horde people that I saw earlier at that manor in North Arathi are still there. I don't know why you would kill those guys for hours, but hey. You gotta pick your mobs, I guess.
I'm out of range. I don't have a target. Can I help you? Hello. Well met. Safe travels.
Should a peon really be level 34? Is that canonically even close to being accurate?
I need a target. It's too far away. I need a target. Out of range.
Pocket 3 Jarrell, that's not what I'm looking for. It's supposed to be a courier. How the hell is there a tapped Hammerfall peon in this zone, in this area? There's nobody here. That's definitely a bug. I should probably report that. That's right, Naka. That's absolutely right.
I need to get closer. It's too far away.
Alright, that is going to do it for tonight, everybody. I will be back tomorrow evening for more fun and games. Maybe we'll play something else tomorrow night. Who knows? Anything can happen. And yeah, E3. All weekend and all next week. Gonna be big. Thanks so much for coming. I appreciate it as always. And I'll see you next time.